Hello. Hello. Big C. Big C. What's up, man? You remember me? Oh, about it, ball. Well, your spirit came to me. I had a dream. Your spirit came to me and told me a lot of shit. Your spirit. So let's go. If you ever watch this, huh? You ever watch it? But yeah. Told me a lot of shit, man. You know what I'm talking about, Big C. You know who you are. Laundry guy. You know. I don't want to say your name. Your spirit came to me. Yeah. Real talk. Dead serious. Dead serious. I don't know if you're in some kind of trouble. You're under some kind of threat. What's going on with you? Dream didn't reveal anything like that. Well, I apologize if I don't believe in airing anybody's dirty laundry out, obviously. But I don't have anybody's number, and you changed your number. I tried calling you, I believe. And the number is not the same. Well, we know what happened between us. I don't know why your spirit came to me because of what you accused me of doing. And then maybe you realized that I was telling the truth. I didn't do what you accused me of doing. Maybe that's why. Or could be something else. But basically, the police set everybody up, including you. We know that the police try to get people to cooperate with them, obviously. And if you don't cooperate with them, then they will try to desecrate your character somehow, So that's what I believe they did to you and me. Okay, I'm gonna try to say this quickly. There's a lot of things that I have to say here. So obviously the police hate my guts. They probably don't like you either. I believe the police tapped your phone. They recorded certain conversations you had with people. And then they used these conversations against me and someone else. I'm not going to say their name. But you know who I'm talking about. Okay. To make it look like you the bad guy there. I don't know for sure if if there's paperwork that's been produced. It could be true, could be false. They could produce any paperwork they feel like. They could give you a CI number and whatever they want to do, you know. So what did they do? Well, when I was in prison and the people tried to set me up with the dentist girls, I went to the dentist girls to get some dental work done. As soon as I walked in the door, they told me, you could take your clothes off. But that's all they said. It said, as soon as I walked in the door, they said it real quick. One of them said it real quick, and I wasn't sure if they actually said that or not. They didn't say, oh, we want to have sex with you, and they didn't talk to me like a normal person would talk to another person. They just simply said it real quick. And of course, I don't trust anybody who works at a prison. So even if they said they wanted to have sex with me, I still wouldn't have sex with them anyways because I don't trust them. So what happened? So they said, well, you can take your clothes off. I was like, and then they didn't say anything else. So nothing happened, obviously. But during the work they were doing on my teeth, the guard came in, looked around, he laughed, and he said, I brought your toy or something. And then he laughed, he looked out and said, oh, nothing going on. And he left. Okay, so we know it was a setup, all right? When I got back to the dorm, all the people were standing there, looked at me and said, what happened? I said, what do you mean what happened? I went to the dentist. And they said, oh, you're so stupid, you're stupid. And they were all pissed off because we know that they were having, when you go in there, the gang stalker people get sex in there. They have sex. Women go in there, girls go in there, and they have sex with them. But as I'm not a gang stalker person, I'm not included in the sex. You understand? They don't want me to have any sex with anybody. They don't want me to have any kind of pleasure. They want my life to be as miserable as possible. So the little plan to set me up didn't work. So then what? Well, then the counselor person, who's another dirtbag, said, oh, I got a program for you. You could leave, blah, blah, blah. You just got to answer these 3 questions. I told her, I don't got to answer shit. Not answering no questions. And she said, oh, you want to be like that? You can stay here for another 4 months, 6 months, whatever. I said, okay, whatever you say. I went back, sat down. Then I stayed there for whatever. And matter of fact, I EOS'd on my sentence. I never got out because I got in a fight and got a ticket and went to stay and whatever. So the plan didn't work. So obviously they hate me. So as soon as I got out, they started to create another plan to put me back in. Okay, this is what happened. So how did this plan come now? What was their plan? Well, who would they use to facilitate this plan? Jamie. That's what they used. So if your mother's still alive, she should remember all this shit. Because I have forgotten because motherfucker shot me in the head. So I don't remember everything, obviously. But your spirit came and told me all this shit. So what happened? Well, my key came up missing for the trailer. Okay? My key came up missing. Then what happened? I came home one day, and who was in the trailer? Jamie. And I told your mother that I came home and Jamie was there. And your mother knows that I lost my key for a moment there. I had to get another one. So what happened was, Jamie had come over, and he had stole my key. And that's how, and I had no key. So that was his excuse to be in the trailer because it was open or whatever. That's how I got in. So I came home. He knew that I was going to come home at that time. He planned it out. And I came home. He was there. And then he came with some excuse to go somewhere, whatever. So we left. And guess who was there following us down the street? East Hartford Police. Okay. So that was set up so that the police could be a witness to say that they saw me there with Jamie. All right. So now they got a witness to say they saw me there with Jamie. Now what happens? Well, a few days later, Jamie calls me up. He says, my mother gave me some jewelry. And would you take it back to the pawn shop for me? I don't have ID. And I said, well, the shit better not be stolen. He said, no, my mother gave it to me. It's not stolen, blah, blah, blah. She said she don't want it no more. That's exactly what happened, okay? So, what happened? I believe, if I remember correctly, we did. I might have taken it back to a pawn shop. And he claimed that his mother gave him this jewelry. So, then what happened? Then comes up that there's some jewelry missing from your trailer. From the trailer. Then you say, do you take the jewelry? I said, no, I didn't take any jewelry. I would never steal anything. You're nice enough to let me stay there. Never do such a thing. So then mother threw me out. And then, so this is leading up to how they put me back in prison, okay? So this is a plan from the get-go. From the day they couldn't, send me with the dance girls, and they couldn't keep me in prison. They wanted to keep me in prison for a long, long time. So the plan didn't work. So then they tried to formulate another plan to put me back. So they used Jamie. So now, what happens? Well, I see Jamie on the bus, and he acts real funny towards me. I was saying, why is he acting so weird to me? And now I know, of course, now I know why. So now what happened? No, I'm pretty sure it was you who called me. Because you came down there a couple times, get some Suboxone, I believe. I helped you get some Suboxone. I believe that's what happened. And you said, meet me at Walgreens. I said, all right. So, but the phone communications that we had during that time were very strange because when I tried to talk to you, the phone hung up. You just hung up. So it was there were weird communications, you understand? But I said, well, whatever, maybe his phone died, something. So now I started walking up to Walgreens, and while I'm in the process of walking to Walgreens, guess who calls? Then someone calls from Hungerford Street and tells me, hey, bada, I gotta go somewhere, but my license expired. You got a license? I said, yeah. He said, can you come with me in case I get pulled over by police so you could drive the car? I said, yeah, I guess so, sir. I said, well, hold on, I gotta go up here. I went to Walgreens, nobody was there. Went back. Then we went to Glastonbury. So now we go to Glastonbury, and he's meeting someone. And just seems strange. The person that he's meeting just happens to know me. George Matuzik's brother. George Matuzik was a bail bondsman, but I think he doesn't even live in Connecticut anymore. I think he lives in Colorado or somewhere. And so his brother just happened to show up to meet the guy. Oh my God. So I said, now this guy knows me and everything, So what happened? Well, it was a setup. And the police were there recording it on video, apparently hiding somewhere. And so that's what happened. So then what happens? Well, then you call me and you said, well, I need two things. I'm coming down. I said, okay. Then I call your phone back because you don't show up. I said, well, I'm standing in front of the building. Well, no. I tried to call you back to tell you I was standing in front of the building. And you didn't answer. Then the phone calls back and says, yeah, I'm on my way. And then you hung up. Okay, there's strange communications. Why are there strange communications? Because the police had recorded your telephone conversation with somebody else. They had tapped your phone. And then they recorded the conversations. And then they used these bits of conversations to set me up. You understand? And probably, what's the name, too. Okay, this is what they did. It's okay. So then who shows up? Of course, the police. Glastonbury police. Oh yeah, we got you. You're at this location, drug deal, whatever, blah blah blah. And then they locked me up. Okay, so the whole thing, that's what it is. It was all a plan from the get go to put me back in prison, to villainize you, villainize me, whatever. That's what happened. And your spirit came and told me all this because I haven't forgotten all this shit. I didn't really put all this piece together, but your spirit came and told me all this shit. So I've been contemplating whether I should make this video or not. But I figured, what the hell? That's why I'm making it. So yeah, that's what they did. That's what they did, man. That's what happened. So bottom line is, I didn't steal your jewelry. Jamie stole the jewelry from there. That's what I see. What else I want to say? So that's about it. Yeah. About it. So, so now they put me back in jail. I'm in county. And what do they say about the other guy from Hungerford there? Well, I ended up with a special public defender. I think the story was that he had a warrant already, so he was already wanted. It seems awfully strange how your phone conversations were used to set me up. So they come get me, and to have me walk by Hungerford Street at that point in time. And that somebody would yell all the way from across Hungerford Street, all the way across Park Street, "Hey, Bonnie, you want to come? I need you, blah, blah, blah." You know, all that shit seems awfully strange. Sounds like a setup to me. Oh, it sounds like you, but it sounds like a setup to me, man. So I'd be curious to find out what happened to the guy from Hungerford Street. You know. Was he used as a pawn in this, or they try to make him look bad and made it look like he's part of it, or, you know. Can't trust the police. I mean, they're so devious and horrible. You know. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know. But that story, your spirit came and told me all this shit. Real true story. Yeah. So, just want to let you know that you never leave my mind. I always, cross my mind time to time, and maybe your spirit came to me because you're being held responsible for setting up whoever, including me, So that's it. So I'm gonna let you go. But I'm trying to do the best I can to survive, I had a lot of work to do, I got a lot accomplished, and did a lot of spiritual growth. Come a long way. A long way. I could have never did what I did if I stayed there in Hartford. They would have put me back in jail, in prison. They would have kept putting me back in prison until they could have put me away for a long time, you know. Just like the same shit that happened on Hungerford Street when I was there with Alberto, I think Alberto, that's his name. And I was living there with the other Hell's Angel Viper, Katie. And they set me up there, you know. I couldn't get in, and then I climbed through the window, and then they claimed that I broke into the place. But I was already living there for like 2 months already. Or whatever it was, something like that. And then what did they do? Well, they said, well, we're violating your probation for police contact, and they locked me up again. That's what I'm saying. They just constantly come up with any kind of excuse they can to get me off the street and lock me up, you know. And even the gang stalker people told me that treacherous tramp crack queen, even when I went with the trucks, that was a setup too. That was a setup too. With Ray, that was a setup too. Ray's not stupid. He's not going to steal a truck and drive behind a fucking fast food place where there's millions of people in the parking lot, and they were all blocked in, and they're all standing there watching us. I mean, could have drove behind the bakery. There's plenty of places he could have drove. As soon as he pulled in there, I was saying, why is he pulling in here? Why did he pull in there? Because there's a fucking setup. It's set up. And Michelle, it's not really her name, treacherous tramp crack queen, baby mama from fucking demon from fucking hell. She even told me that I've been set up. I always get set up. Even they admit it. If you go to a gang stalker person and say, did Bada get set up there and say, hell yeah, and they got set up, he always gets set up. If they're going to be truthful, they'll admit to it, you know. And they run the world because they work with the police, so they basically run the whole world, so they have nothing to worry about. They're not going to go to prison unless they go there on purpose to facilitate a news story, you know. Not just going to go to prison because they work with the police. So if they go get locked up, they go to facilitate a news story. They go there for a reason because they're setting up somebody else or who's more important that they want to take off the street or whatever. And that's why they get drugs in there. They get cell phones in there. And they get girls in there, women in there. That's why they get all that shit, because they work with the police. What does that mean? That means they work with the prison guards too, because they're all on the same team, dirtbags. You know what I mean? All right, man. We'll let you go. You know. Dale. No. You know. I figure what the hell can't hurt. Take it easy.